Hollywood gold. Still glowing at 77, she's gone from Cheers to Matilda to Barbie, leaving behind a legacy of laughs and heart. Her journey, remark, wit, and comedic spark are just as bright as ever. From the world's worst mom to one of TV's most beloved comedic queens, Rhea Perlman has proven she's audiences laugh even while shaking their heads at Zinnia's misguided parenting. It was over-the-top fun, done flawlessly. Now 73rd, they created one of the most memorably awful yet lovable movie couples of the 90s. Perlman's performance added warmth beneath the comedy, making decades. DeVito also earned praise for his directing and producing work, cementing his place as a multifaceted Hollywood legend. Despite his age, Elphia, Big Fish, and Jumanji, The Next Level. His sharp humor, distinctive voice, and endless charm have kept him a fan favorite for over-the-top arrogance that made audiences both laugh and cringe. His exaggerated greed and cluelessness perfectly contrasted with Matilda's quiet, shady, and car-obsessed father. At 51, DeVito delivered one of his most unforgettable performances, blending slapstick humor with... At just 9 years old, he perfectly captured the nervous energy of a kid living under Miss Trunchbull's rule. Though his screen time was short, his role helped show iconic moments in 90s movie history. Leor Livney-Hackle played Julius Rotwinkle, one of Matilda's unfortunate classmates at Cruncham Hall. Revenge. Literally. Jimmy's performance perfectly captured the heart of Matilda, standing up to bullies, even when the odds and the cake are stacked as cheer when Bruce conquered the challenge, turning humiliation into heroism. Though a minor character, Bruce became a symbol of courage and audiences love to dislike. Now 42 in 2025, Brian Levinson largely stepped away from acting after Matilda, though he hasn't appeared since of every bratty brother we've all known. His performance gave Matilda that extra dose of family dysfunction and laughter, making Michael a character only shares reflections about her time on set, remembering how special it felt to be part of a film that continues to inspire generations. Her transformation, though she didn't pursue mainstream fame, fans of Matilda still recognize her as the clever, confident girl who outsmarted fear itself. Kira occasioned terrifying punishments. At 12 years old, Kira brought sass, smarts, and a dose of dark humor to the role, instantly standing out despite what can leave the biggest impact. Kira Spencer Hesser played Hortensia, the older, sharp-tongued student who warned Matilda and her classmates about Miss Trunchbull's, a fan favorite. Her role perfectly balanced humor and sympathy, helping show the cruel world Matilda and her friends lived in, and how even the smallest kid iconic visuals in 90s family cinema. Despite her small screen time, Steiger's expressive acting and natural charm made a producer and motivational speaker. Davael often connects with fans on social media, sharing her gratitude for the love Matilda still receives decades later, a creative career far beyond her early acting days. After Matilda, she appeared in Moesha and The Steve Harvey Show, before stepping behind the scenes as a writer everything. Kiami Davael lit up the screen as Lavender, Matilda's loyal and hilarious best friend in Matilda, 1996. Left acting behind, Mara remains forever beloved as Matilda, the clever little girl who proved that brains, bravery, and heart can change. New to fame, she had already charmed viewers in Mrs. Doubtfire and Miracle on 34th Street, but Matilda cemented her as one of the most memorable child stars of the night. Her expressive eyes and calm intelligence made audiences instantly root for her as she stood up to the terrifying Miss Trunchbull and her neglectful parents. Wilson was before Matilda taught us that books could be magic and brains could beat bullies. It gave us one of the funniest on-screen moms of the 90s. Rhea Perlman, horrifying. From scheming car deals to beauty parlor chaos, Rhea made every moment pop. Let's rewind to see how she brought Matilda's over-the-top mom to life, and where this comedy legend is today. Mara Wilson completely stole hearts as the brilliant and brave Matilda Wormwood in Matilda, 1990. Mara Wilson has gracefully transitioned away from Hollywood's spotlight. After retiring from acting as a teen, she pursued writing and storytelling, being an accomplished author and podcast host. Her memoir, Where Am I Now?, gives an honest and heartfelt look at her journey growing up in the public eye. Waterglass, a moment that had every kid cheering. Lavender's friendship with Matilda gave the story its warmth and playfulness, and Davael's performance made one of the most memorable child sidekicks of the decade. Her natural humor, expressive face, and bold personality made audiences instantly fall in love. Her joyful spirit and that mischievous grin from Matilda remain an iconic part of 90s movie magic. Jacqueline Steiger played Amanda Thripp, the sweet pigtail-wearing classmate who had one of the most unforgettable scenes in Matilda, 1996. At 10, Steiger nailed her role as the action. After Matilda, she continued acting for a few years before focusing on her education, eventually earning a degree in linguistics. She's also worked in theater and occasionally appears at fan events celebrating the beloved film. Though she's no longer in Hollywood full-time, Steiger's role as Amanda Thripp remains one of attitude and fear perfectly captured the atmosphere of Matilda, where kids had to find courage in a world ruled by cruel adults. Even today, Hortensia remains one of the film's most memorable supporting classmates. Now 41 years old in 2025, Kira Spencer Hesser stepped away from acting, older brother, the perfect sidekick to their sleazy TV-obsessed parents. At just 12 years old, Brian nailed the role of the smug, spoiled sibling who constantly teased his genius little sister. His deadpan humor and goofy expressions made him both annoying and hilarious for his time as part of one of the 90s most beloved kids' films. Jimmy Karz delivered one of Matilda's most unforgettable moments as Bruce Bogtrotter, the boy forced to eat an entire chocolate cake by the terrifying Miss Trunchbull. At just 12 years old, Jimmy's hilarious mix of fear defied briefly in The Wedding Singer before stepping away from acting. He later pursued a career in medicine, proving he's as smart as he was brave on screen. Today, Dr. Jimmy Karz is a practicing physician, inspiring fans for an entirely different reason. Despite his new life away from Hall, just how terrifying school life could be in Matilda's chaotic world. Now 38 years old in 2025, Lior Livne-Hackle has long since stepped away. Fondly remember his part in the magical 1996 classic that continues to inspire generations. We also take a moment to honor the two iconic with real-life partner Rhea Perlman made the Wormwood household feel hilariously dysfunctional. DeVito's performance remains a highlight of 90s family cinema, equal parts villainous and ridiculous, proving once again his unmatched comedic timing and creative genius. In 2025, adult stars of the film, Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. Danny DeVito brought pure comic chaos to the role of Harry Wormwood. Matilda's loud and lit up the screen as Zinnia Wormwood, Matilda's flashy, self-absorbed, and hilariously clueless mother. At 48, the Cheers star, 80 years old, Danny DeVito remains one of Hollywood's most beloved icons. After Matilda, he continued to thrive with roles in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He still brings the same energy and wit that made him a household name, continuing to prove that talent and mischief never truly fade. Rhea Perlman. Beyond acting, DeVito also directed Matilda, balancing his behind-the-camera duties with his hysterical on-screen antics. His chemistry, 7 years old in 2025, Rhea Perlman remains a beloved figure in television and film. Best known for her Emmy-winning role as Carla on Cheers, delivered the perfect mix of comedy and chaos, embodying a woman obsessed with beauty, bingo, and bad television. Her exaggerated expressions and snappy one-liners made Zinnia both funny and frustrating, the ideal counterpart to Danny DeVito's scheming Harry Wormwood. To respect and affection. Her legacy as one of Hollywood's funniest and most versatile actresses continues strong, proving that her shows us that real talent, like Matilda's magic, never fades. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more amazing then and now stories from your screen. Rhea has embraced life with humor and grace, remaining close friends with Danny DeVito even after their separation. A true testament to last acting. After Matilda, he didn't pursue a Hollywood career and has kept his life largely private. Though not much is known about his post-film path, Matilda fans still remember him fondly as the kid who faced down Miss Trunchbull and won. His cake scene lives on as one of the most against you. Now 41 in 2025, Jimmy Karz looks nearly unrecognizable from his cake-covered childhood days. After Matilda, he had been in Hollywood projects for decades. His childhood role remains a nostalgic fan favorite. Levinson occasionally connects with fans online, reflecting fondly child star to filmmaker, shows how creativity can take many lasting forms. Brian Levinson played Michael Wormwood, Matilda's obnoxious and comic relief to the Wormwood family chaos. Even surrounded by big personalities like Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman, young Brian held his own, capturing the rare childhood performances that never fade from pop culture memory. Fans still remember her flying through the air, proving that even the smallest character transitioned into a creative career behind the camera. She's worked as a writer and director, bringing her storytelling talents to indie projects and short films. Did screen time. Her confident delivery made Hortensia feel like the school's unofficial guide to survival. Part big sister, part rebel. That made face fear with resilience and heart. Today, at 35 years old, Jacqueline Steiger has taken her life in a different but inspiring